Okay, we'll start the class. To the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones. We humbly invoke for your divine guidance, divine love, divine blessings, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine health, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So be it. So, welcome to this class 2 of season 4. Just to give you a recap, last week we had discussed about who we are, what is our relationship with God, and in body consciousness, how it is very important that we focus more on a master servant relationship with God versus being in I am God or Aham Brahmasmi kind of state, because we are not at that state. That is not our reality as of now. So, practicing that reality that is not yet in our experience and ignoring what is basically in our experience is like defeating the purpose of the consciousness that you are meant to live. So, whatever consciousness that we already have, we first need to experience that reality. It is whatever reality we have in today, we need to live that to the fullest and get the lessons from that to the fullest and understand God from that perspective. So that is what we discussed in the last class. Today, we will discuss about the major reasons that why we are here. Why do we basically have all these kinds of satsangs? Majorly, we'll really be fed up with our sadness of some form, our some issues, financial issues, this issues, anxiety issues, some relationship issues. I'm not getting married. I'm this. I'm that. I'm not having a child, or let's say people don't treat me properly. Some form of lack, right? And that form of lack continues to bother us a lot, and then we are constantly in a state of sadness all the time. There is something that we are always looking forward to which is not happening in our life, and every day is like you want to smile and then there is nothing to smile about. So when such a thing becomes our reality and we are trying to seek something better, something more, then we are looking for some satsangs like this, and then we come and gather together. And today, when all of us are together here, it means that all of us share a lot of patterns, karmic patterns. We all share, which is why karmically we have all come together. It may be people in the watching the recording or people just coming to the live sessions. It is all majorly because we are sharing a lot of patterns. And when I'm here sharing whatever I am aware of, it applies to all of us, including me. And I'm sure you can relate to many of the examples and many of the sharings that I do, and which is why you are again and again coming back to this class, right? So, what does it say? It says that, and you may remember that I had spoken about frequency. So, consciousness means how much of awareness we have, how much of awareness we have to understand the world that is presented to you, that is in front of you. How much sense, how much understanding you have when something comes in front of you. How do you perceive it? How do you interpret it? All that is called awareness. And there is also something about how are you perceiving it from, are you perceiving it from your ego, or are you perceiving it from that ultimate truth or absolute reality or absolute truth perspective? How do we get to know this truth? From, let's say, the Vedas are there, which is like the ultimate knowledge, which has never been written by anybody. It is always there, but then it comes into existence through various hands, through Brahma and various hands. It comes in the form of eventually books, and then those books get converted into Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata and all of those things, where certain way of life is shown in the form of either stories, or they are shown in the form of drama or something that happened in the history. So they, like, souls enact some of this knowledge how should this knowledge be interpreted? And it is like how we see movies, and how children also look at, let's say, Panchatantra and some of these videos and cartoons, and they understand how life is to be led, because some of these moral stories come in the form of these kind of pictures and videos. So similarly, the way God has shown us the right way to live is through these Mahabharat and Ramayana and all of those kind of, and I'm sure these kind of stories are there in other religions also. I'm just telling because I'm aware about these things, so that's why I'm telling you. It doesn't mean that other things are less or anything. It's just that I'm aware, and whatever I'm aware, you can apply that to your own respective perspectives, right? To your experience, you can apply that. So what is it? What are all of those things teaching us is, if you this is the way life is, when this is the way life is coming to you, how should we interpret it? So basically what it's saying is, we are all at different frequencies. The lowest frequency, or the lower the frequency, is away from God. If we are very far away from God, okay, God is at the highest frequency, like the highest experience, right? From that experience, if we come farther away, then we may not have the experience that God is experiencing. In the sense, we may not have the like we say, no, God is this, God is that, and all the his divine qualities, which is explained in all of these shastras. We may not actually see that within us. Why? Because our frequency is farther away. It is vibrating at a lower frequency. Does that mean that God doesn't have those frequencies? No. God is like a, let's say, a ball. In that ball, there is negative, there is positive, everything. But what is predominantly being expressed? It is the divine, it's the divine state. So, for example, in his creation only, you can see asuras also, you can see demonic characters, you can see people with demonic characters, you can see people with divine qualities. It is just that within us, all kinds of qualities are there. Within God, all kinds of qualities are there. But what it is that we want to choose to express high more. So when we are in the lower frequencies, we will choose, or that kind of body is chosen to express lower frequencies of reality. It may be too much of sadness, too much of anger, too much of anxiety, too much of depression, too much of all of those things that are very so-called negative in nature. Anger also, for that matter. All these are emotions that are coming out from within that body. But then when we are very close to God from a frequency perspective, then you will see a person expressing divine qualities. It can not just be, they may be calm, they may be compassionate, they may be very stable. There, even when very chaotic things are happening in front of them also, they will be very calm and stable. If somebody is scolding them also, they'll be very calm. If somebody is condemning them also, they'll be very calm. So all of these, even when somebody is angry at them also, they'll be very calm. They may not, see that as a hurting the ego kind of thing. They will be very calm. So and they may be very good. They may be also very. So many of these virtues that you see in people, divine virtues that you see in people, those are also there in the same person, but they have constantly evolved over many lives, and now they have sort of come to a higher. Rather, they have understood what the lower frequencies can do, what are the consequences of that, what should we learn from that, and then come to a higher set of frequencies. So everybody is at different expressions of these frequency spectrum. Now, what feels good to us? What is, so do you see a person who is very angry better, or a person who is not at all angry better? So what do you think? Who do you think you will maybe respect more? Who do you think you will think is far more stable? Who is far more, let's say, spiritually, who has evolved from his state, a person who is not so angry all the time, right? He has gotten over his anger. Why are people angry? Because there is a belief system within them that so and so I is not in my control. So I need to shout at them and then make it come my way. Some of these things are the reasons why a person is angry, because they have a certain expectation of how life should be presented to them. And if the life is not coming to them like that, they are angry. They are showing their anger. Why? Because there is a reason for that. That reason is called belief. And because of that belief, they are angry. So what do we so a person always wishes that he has more of divine virtues, that he's expressing more, and that makes him far more stable. So which is why a person, when he is basically descending down into lower frequencies, there is a there is a certain limit. You need to remember that a person is, when he's going down, there is always a rock bottom. Okay, there is no infinity in the bottom. There is always a rock bottom, and there is a finite level. Okay, finite level means after this body cannot take that negativity. It cannot go to any lower frequency. It can die, because that diseases of this and that, all that can form, because a negative mind gives rise to a body which is going to express all that negativity in the form of diseases and all that. No, how much can that body take? Over a period of time, that body will basically collapse. So there is a finite period in which, finite level in which a person can go down. So when we look at people who are going on the negative path, and we feel, oh my God, what will happen to them? We need to save them. All that is concern we will have. But we need to be very, very understanding of the fact that there is a lot of guidance behind them also. When they are going down to basically understand what is their own rock bottom, what is their own capacity to take that negativity. They need to experience that, because that is their teacher. They're going to meet that teacher, the true teacher, the true guru. That true guru is actually in that, all that negativity that is there. And then once they hit that bottom, they will not be able to sustain that. And from that period, from that point, they will actually come up. Okay, just give me a minute. So they will hit that rock bottom and they come. So what we need to understand is, do we all like to be in the negative space? We don't like it because it's very uncomfortable. Being in sadness is not very easy. We just want to, it's like we are like a fish out of water. We just want to get out. We want to get out. We want to just run away from that place. When we have pain, we just want to pain to go away. When we have let's say anxiety, we want anxiety to go away. When we want some, when we are feeling crying all the time, we want that to go away. So we are like the fish out of water. When the more negative we go. But does that stop us from going to negative? We'll still keep doing it. You've seen people, right? Even like, take for that matter, people who are drinking. They keep drinking. Even though they see alcohol will cause this kind of harm, all that will be written on the bottle, they'll still keep drinking. And then they'll keep going down, they'll keep going down, at some point they'll hit the rock bottom, and from there they'll get the awareness, oh my God, I'm not going to drink further anymore. Because this is how my body deteriorated. This is what, let's say some person died in their family. They will look at them, there will be a point in which that turnaround is going to happen, like that right about turn, they say, that right about turn is going to happen from every negative point. And all of us have that negative point, that point, threshold limit. So but in all our lives, that threshold limit will come, and then from that threshold limit we have to go up. But in the good news is, when we are going up towards higher frequencies, there is no limit to stop. We can keep going, we can keep going, we can keep going, we can keep going, because for God there is no limit. God is infinite. God's powers are infinite. His energy is infinite. His divinity is infinite. So there is no finite to going to that level of God at all. So the more we go closer and closer and closer to God, the divinity within us also starts to show. So within us, what we need to understand is we have the demonic qualities also, because there is God within us. So God, when we keep going down, those demonic qualities will be shown to us. And when we keep going high, the divine qualities will be shown to us. When we go down into the demonic qualities to express our own demonic qualities, to experience those demonic qualities, we have now made habits, because every time we have to experience something, we need to go through that experience. No, to go through that experience, we need to first of all get attracted to that. Then after getting attracted to that, we have to practice it, we have to try it. Then after trying it again and again, we have to try it. Then after again and again trying it, it will become a habit. Then that habit will become second nature. Then that second nature is now becoming like a belief system. It's now like literally ingrained within you. And once you've learned the consequences of that and all, you will just have to leave that point and come up. Now, once we come up, what happened to all that habits that you made in the past? It is still there as a program within you, but now it is not useful. What was there in the previous step was not useful to you in the first step, in the next step. So what should you do? You need to let go of this, no? Like how you're climbing steps like this. What happens? You have to let go of the previous and then go to the next. You have to let go of the previous and then go to the next. You have to let go of the previous and go to the next. So how do you know which to let go? We don't know which to let go, no? There are so many belief systems. Literally we have millions and millions of belief systems within us. Literally, those are called karmic patterns. That is what they call karma. Karma means all these patterns that we have built within us. And it's like a huge database. Okay. That Sanchita karma, they call it Sanchita karma in our Hinduism and all, they call it Sanchita karma. That Sanchita karma, universal set. It's like a universal, mathematical universal set. Then subset of that is called prarabdha karma. In that you'll say, okay, fine, these are the lessons these are the lessons, or these are the limitations that I need to let go of in this life. And for that, for me to let go of that life, what should you do? Somebody should be there to come and tell you, no, this is what you have to let go. This is what you have to let go. If you look at yourself now, if you look at yourself, you can only see your hand, legs, face, all that. But how do you know what belief system to let go of? It's somewhere inside you, like a database. How do you know? You don't know. But this comes to us, this is shown to us through some messengers, through people like postman, like how postman comes and delivers as a message to us, or there is a Gmail inbox, there is an email coming to you, something like that. There is always a message that comes to you in the form of a POSE. It's coming from people or persons, it's coming from objects, it's coming from situations. Situations are going to come as messengers, experiences are going to come as messengers, and even your own memory can come as your messenger. Old memories, something from the past, those also can come as your messenger. Your body is your messenger. So anything which is not you, which is not the soul, all of that is your messengers. They'll come every moment in this particular life. Your only job is sweeping, mopping yourself. That's all is your job. That's all. I mean, we think about maids. Oh, that is their job is to sweep and mop. My job is not. No, they are also sweeping, mopping your house, and apart from that, they are also sweeping, mopping their own self. And we are also sweeping and mopping our own self every single time. Even a CEO of the company is also sweeping and mopping himself. Every single person is sweeping and mopping himself. Why? We are here as human beings for that reason only. See, in all of this, we need to get to that highest divinity of who we are, to understand who we are, to understand it's called self-realization. That self-realization means that, let's say, books and Shastra says you are a soul. No, but it's not my experience yet. But what is our experience? That also is there. Let's say, to understand how to live each of these experiences, like how they say we are a soul. Okay, fine. Self-realization is our goal. Moksha is our goal. Moksha means going beyond life and death. We don't have to come back here for cleaning up, cleaning up, cleaning up. So going beyond the maid's job is basically called moksha. There's nothing like clean up. We are not going to clean up ourselves. So as long as we are in that clean up mode, no, we are still in that body consciousness, which is why we are in that ignorant state, constantly making some old belief systems, belief systems, belief systems. And that is our choice. In the lower frequencies, we have to live like that. And then in the higher frequencies, we'll live like masters. But in the lower frequencies, we have to learn to live like a slave. For example, they say, no, if you have to become a chef, you need to know how to clean the vessels. You need to know how to chop. You need to know how to basically do all the odd jobs. So like that, if you have to get to a higher position, you have to learn to first do all the odd jobs and to first be and to basically express God and then express his highest form of divinity. You need to first of all learn what is there, which is basically which God does not express. You need to know that also. What is it that God does not express, which is also within himself? All these lower frequencies are also God only, but he doesn't express that. He doesn't act like that. He doesn't show all those qualities. So, but we need to know, no, what is not also we need to know. So for that, we need to go to these lower frequencies and understand, and which is what God we are expressing at each level. So when the soul is born, and then they take up the body and all of that, from that lower level, from baby soul to toddler soul to infant soul to let's say teenage soul, all that it keeps going higher and higher. There is a growth pattern. So what is our job? Our job is to go to the highest state, which we already have. Our highest state is already within us. But what has been covering it is the all these acquired patterns that we have had from all these lower forms of life. Before we become a human being, Bhagavad Gita says is we take 84 lakh lives, sorry, species, 84 lakh species bodies we take. 84 lakh species, when I say species, which means even in one species, you may have taken multiple bodies. Let's say as a bird, you may have taken multiple bodies. As a tree, you may have taken multiple bodies. As let's say a lion, you may have taken multiple bodies. So like that, in each of these species, you may have taken multiple different bodies for different experiences. Where will all those habits go? As a lion, we may have had so many habits. Where will all those habits go? It will still be there, no, in a database. Today, have you seen, we act like animals. In many times, we act like animals, no? We are very selfish and then we don't care for others. Wherever we put ourselves first, we don't think about others. See, being a human being means to basically live like a very compassionate, understanding, all of those divine qualities, but not yet God kind of qualities. Those are all human being kind of qualities. But we are still, many of us are living in animal kind of qualities only because we still haven't get rid of that animal qualities. Those animal qualities like snatching away something from somebody, taking away because I like it, always trying to be jealous about somebody, eyeing to put somebody down. Like many of these things are also observed in animals. Have you seen when you give food to them, they fight? They openly fight, but we may not openly fight, go and grab food and all, but then we have all of the subtle qualities. We go and then take away something that we want. We take a bigger share. We hesitate to share food to other people. There are so many of these qualities which animals also have. And then we never think about God on a general basis. We are living, let's say, eating, sleeping, procreating, pooping, urinating. That's it. Whole day we are doing only this. Animals also do only that. So what is the difference between now we have got a human body, we have got an intellect which says what is the right thing to do. We may not do many of these things. So hence, our first goal as a human being is to basically have the goal of self-realization and moksha. And let's say that is highest goal. And in that highest goal, every other goal will be covered. It's like saying, okay, if you hit the jackpot, that's it. That is the highest money you can actually get. All the luxuries you'll get in between. Something like that. So aim for the highest jackpot and then constantly keep thinking, will this take me to the jackpot? Will this take me to the jackpot? Will this take me to the jackpot? And the more you keep asking such questions, whether you know it or no, you will constantly keep going towards that goal. So what is our goal? Our goal is the highest, to basically merge with God. What they say is, where are you going to invest your energy every single day? They say, no, where your focus goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. If you put your energy in, say, saying, let's say, gossip, that is where your energy is going to be, and that is where your destination is also going to be. Constantly be going into, like, you're going to go deeper and deeper into gossip. You're going to become that object of gossip, the person of gossip. So where are you going to put your attention constantly? That is where you are actually going to become. That is where your energy is getting focused and your destination is also changing. Understand how important this energy focus is. When we lie, that is where we are focusing our energy. So which is why authenticity is very important. Authenticity means what I am with me, what I am in front of others. Most of the time it is not the same, because we have so many belief systems. Oh, they will think like this about me. They will not think like this about me. So all of these kinds of things are there, no? These don't make us authentic. So the more we walk towards that path, we have to also learn to be authentic. Why? Because the world is just reflecting our own self. It is coming and showing us where our obstacles are. In that database, it is telling you every single time when you come with that prarabdha karma or the subset, with every single human life, in every life, okay, until this human body expires, its shelf life gets over. Before the shelf life gets over, let's say even before you take this human body, you will know what is the shelf life of this human body that you're going to take. Planning and all would have done. So death has nothing to do with the things that happen in this body. Many people say, oh, they died with a heart attack. Yeah, they had a weak heart because they used to drink a lot, or they were doing this because of that. And so lots of such doubts and all will be there. So death has nothing to do with how they lived or something. I mean, there is a connection to death, but that death is already pre-planned, and the sequence of events to go to that death is also pre-planned. Okay, so don't judge anybody, don't talk anything about anybody without knowing, because you're actually talking about yourself, because you are surrounded by mirrors. You're surrounded by mirrors. Now, what do we see in that mirror? We are seeing ourselves. We are seeing people who are showing our own qualities. We are seeing that whatever, when you see them, no, oh, you say, oh, they are very lazy. They are not doing anything. They are not doing work at all. They are very lazy. When you say they are lazy, don't you recognize what lazy means? Let's say a person is very active. He doesn't even understand what laziness is. Will he call somebody lazy? He may not call. So if I am able to understand Malayalam only, no, then I'll be able to understand somebody talking Malayalam. I know Tamil means only then I can understand somebody talking in Tamil. So like that, if somebody is showing you certain behavior and you put a label on it, it is because you already have that quality within you. It may not be very predominant, it may be subtle, but it's saying, see, that is still an obstacle within you. There is a belief system within you which you are trying to protect, which you have within you. So what we need to focus here is, if when you see all these POSEs in front of you, it means that they are going to trigger something within you. When you see them and you feel something within you, that is called a trigger. And it means that they are showing you that, hey, you have a bomb inside you, and that bomb exploded just now. So let's say you saw somebody and you became fearful. So it means that the bomb that was already within you just exploded. Where was the bomb? It was already within you. They didn't bring the bomb. They didn't have the bomb. They just showed you. They just pointed a finger. Okay? They just pointed and said, see, here, this is what you have to focus on. This is where your attention has to go. Don't put your attention on me. I'm just the messenger. This is where your attention has to go. And what are they showing within you? They are showing you that fear is coming out. Fear is like a prisoner. Okay, all these emotions, the energy, that you feel, all that is actually like a prisoner. You had actually trapped that emotion within you inside one prison called belief system, or it's called a cage. You can call it a cage. Okay, it's a belief system. That belief system has trapped that fear. Every time fear comes out because of that, what will you do? You will put one more lock. You'll create one more layer around it, one more prison around it, and then you will lock it again, put that fear back inside and say, oh my God, I need to get distracted. I'm feeling fearful. I need to listen to music. I need to run away from the situation. And otherwise, because this is very fearful, this is very fearful. Like I can't face this anymore. This is what we do, right? We try to run away from many of these negative emotions that we face. Don't we all run away? I'm sure all of us run away. We don't like it. We don't, we feel very uncomfortable. We feel like a fish out of water. So I just want to run away. I want to chase it. I want to throw it away. I want to somehow get rid of it. That is only our thought process all the time. So what should we do? We need to think, hey, these are the patterns that I only have created in my past life. And now I have brought it like a baggage to this life so that I can clean it. That is what you need to think. Don't get carried away in the drama. Okay, the messenger is going to bring you something. Don't get carried away in the drama. What should we do? We need to first think, oh, the fundamental understanding is I have got some prarabdha karma with me, a baggage with me, and that baggage needs laundry. Okay, it's like a laundry. The clothes that needs to be cleaned, that needs to be put into the washing machine, or something like that. Okay, all of these needs to be cleaned. And now the POSC is telling me, pay attention to this, pay attention to this, pay attention to this. So when they show you which of this clothing needs to be cleaned, as soon, what is the connection between what is inside you and what is happening outside you like a drama? This frequency that you carry, right? There is a story inside this. The fear, the belief system, right? It needs a story. That story is being enacted there. It does a match. There's a match. Always there's a match. Now, let's say you don't want to come late to the house because your mother-in-law is going to be very angry. Okay, that is a belief system. My mother-in-law is going to be very angry if I come home late. She wants me to come home before 6 o'clock. So what will you do? You'll typically come home before 6 o'clock only because you don't want to face that situation where she's going to become angry. That is a fear. Fear, you can maybe call it fear, or you don't want to hear all those maybe nagging sentences that she may talk. Whatever it is, you don't want somebody to, you don't want to encounter the situation where that lion is going to pounce on you. So what will you do? You want to avoid. But that fear is there, no? That belief system is there, no? Still, it has got locked up inside, right? You are not empty. So what will happen? One day, when the same, now the entire, the way cosmos is designed is to come and clean you, to keep giving you opportunities for cleaning. So what will happen? One day, something will happen, bus will be late. And then all that you are left with, or metro is late, and then you are now ending up at 7 o'clock in front of your doorstep. You can't do anything. What happens? You are now on a whole road, you are walking and coming, and you are in fear. Oh my God, what will she tell? What will she tell? What will she tell? What will I tell? That dialogue is actually happening in your head only. Isn't that real? It happens in every place, right? Office, house, everywhere. Husband, what will he tell? What will I tell? What will I tell? What will he tell? What will my children tell? All of this will be happening in your head. So every time there is a tiger that you have to face. So at that time, you need to remember, okay, I am going to face that because it is important for me to clean up. So what should you do? Be first of all, be mentally prepared to face it. Then go. Then she's going to scold you. Let's say she's going to scold you because you're already mentally prepared. You're not so. It's like you have now made preparations to face the tiger. Now that when the trigger comes, it is not going to be so impactful because you have already prepared for. You've already taken precautions for that explosion inside you. So even when you did not get prepared, whatever happened, and then you landed up at 7 o'clock, and then she scolded you, what came outside you was either anger or fear or whatever, because there is all of these programmings that are there. At that time, stay with yourself. Don't react. If you react, that cage will now become stronger. The belief system is going to become stronger. The garbage that you have carried inside you is going to become stronger. It's like, imagine every day we go to poop, right? Why are we going to poop every day in the morning? Because yesterday's waste has to be released. Whatever we have eaten has to be released. Now, yesterday, past lives waste has to be released, no? So life after life, we are actually cleaning up our poop, which is our belief systems and other things which needs to get out of your system. So for that, what should you do? You need to stay. You need to stay in that state without panicking, without reacting. With what understanding that this is already within me. I don't have to become angry. I don't have to react at the POSC. Reacting to the POSC means you are fighting and you are in ignorant state, that you are unaware. Oh, I have something within me. A person who doesn't know about what I'm discussing in this class, it's okay. They will be angry about somebody. Why is she angry? Did I go anywhere and come? I'm coming at 7 o'clock only, no, right from the office only I'm coming. No, I didn't go anywhere, right? Say, I didn't go for movie, I didn't go anywhere. What wrong did I do? That is reaction. Basically, trying to see and blame the other person for being wrong. POIC is not wrong. POIC is never wrong all the time because their job is to only come and show you what is within you. And when they show you what is within you, try to understand that it is already within you. So there is no need to react and stay in that state, calm state. That is what is called a release. Release means here you're releasing the attachment to that. See, typically, what are we at? When we are attached to something, we are fighting for it. We are trying to protect it. Like how a mother, when she's attached to her baby, what does she do? She's protecting the baby from all kinds of other challenges. And she's also fighting for the baby's rights and all of that. Like how let's say a lion or a tiger protects its child. So if you are if you are like a mother to your belief system, then you are also going to fight for it. You are going to fight with the pose. You are going to fight or you're going to run away from that pose. Like a fight or a flight situation will happen. So what I'm saying is you are no longer a mother for that belief system that you're carrying because it happened in some past life. So you need to let it go. It's like an old poop that you're carrying. You can't. And this is what people in front of us will come and tell you. What you need to let go of. Don't mother that child. But since you were a mother, no? So give it that respect. Stay in that state. Calmly stay in that state. It is going. You are not sending it. Nobody is pulling it. Nothing is happening. It wants to go, it is going. You are the one who is willing to keep it inside. You're saying, no, 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 don't go, don't go, don't go. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to hold you back. All that you are doing. Don't do that. If it wants to go, allow it to go. Then what will happen? What is the process of some belief system going out from you? Now your mother-in-law is going to shout at you. You were in fear, but now you are prepared. So what will happen? That fear is slowly going out from outside you. It's going like a passing cloud. It's just going away. And that you're just watching your mother-in-law constantly shout, 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 shout. Just say, okay, ma, okay, 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 okay. That's it. What happened? That's it. That situation has passed. But what was your major project there? To basically allow whatever was happening inside. You're witnessing whatever was happening inside, and you allowed that prisoner, that fear and all that you had inside, it passed. Fear went away, and now that cage has become less stronger. It has become weak because you now allowed that prisoner to escape, no? Some portion of the prisoner has got escaped. Every time you try to bind it, no? Like this, many cages. It's like how Vaikunta has 7 dwaras, they say, no? Like that, how many I don't know how many such doors we have created for the same belief system. Every time we try to protect and create more and more layers around it, we have made it so much more stronger. Imagine people, especially people in our first circle, like our parents, our in-laws, and our husbands, wives, children. All of these people will bring to us some of the deepest prisons that we have created. Some of like Alcatraz. We have all these Alcatraz kind of prisons that we have created inside us. They will come to show us some of the deepest and hardest prisons that we have within us, which is why they will come to show you constantly those patterns that you don't like. So they say, keep your enemies close. Why? Because the enemies will actually make you, that what is within you will actually come out. And see, when people are constantly appreciating you, no, they are only feeding your ego. But when people are constantly condemning you, when people are showing you your own, as opposed they are coming in front of you and then showing you your weaknesses, weak areas, areas to clean and all, that is where you need to think, oh my God, these are the people, I need to keep them close. I should never leave them. Because they are going to constantly help me clean up and I can get to my moksha as soon as possible. Otherwise, if people are constantly cheerleading you and then giving you, feeding your ego, ah, you're so good, you're so pretty, you're so this, you're so that, faking everything, such people will never help you grow. They are actually curtailing your growth because you want to know, ah, yeah, oh, they are appreciating me. It's okay if there is nobody to appreciate you, but you should have people around you who can condemn you, who can show you all of these things. It is very important because only then your growth is happening. But what do we want? We want only people who are feeding our ego because we never think like that. We want to always be in that comfortable position. It's hard work, no, to constantly keep facing our old trash, to smell our own poop. It's actually not very happy. It's not a very nice, pleasant thing to be. But that is very important. To clean up ourselves is very important. So when people give you triggers, when your own memories trigger old patterns within you, old situations, and you feel bad about it and all that, every single time you try to get away from it. Typical example, let's say you loved somebody, your parents or somebody, and they died. And there is so much of grief within you, or let's say there is a guilt within you, whatever it is that you're feeling. What do you try to do? You try to get away from it. You say, oh no, I'm not feeling good. I just want to engage myself in music. I want to engage myself in some other things. You distract yourself. So when you distract yourself, you are again trying to postpone that cleaning. Imagine trying to go to the poop and say, oh no, I'm not feeling like going to the poop today. I'll postpone it to tomorrow. That is what is called constipation. It lead to constipation. And we are literally constipated all our lives. So we cannot get constipated. We have to release some of these things, release the mothering to all of these things. And all these children, right, from the past, they are actually leaving. We are not allowing to go. So if we don't interfere in that process of life coming to you, cleaning you up, if you don't interfere, no, automatically that process is anyway happening. That is why wise people say, don't react, be calm, be in the present, respond to situations. All of this responding will come only when you have knowledge. This kind of knowledge has to come that what is within us only is going out. I don't have to I don't have to stop it. So this kind of cleanup will keep happening, keep happening, keep happening. How do you know that a certain pattern has got fully cleaned up? When the same situation comes in front of you, you will not be disturbed at all. Let's say in the past you were getting disturbed fully, but now you're not getting disturbed. Why? Because you allowed that thing to pass every single time that trigger happened. That is very important. This is the only job that we have, to clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. But one thing that you need to remember is we have so much, literally infinite belief systems and infinite stuff that we have inside us that has to clean up, has to clean up. But can we every single time expect a POSC to come in front of us, show us, clean up, trigger, all of these things? Every single time, can we do that? How long will we keep doing this? Forever? How many? How many centuries? How many lives? How many hundreds of lives? We've already led so many hundreds of lives. Thousands of lives we've already led. But how long will we keep doing this? Over a period of time, you will start feeling that, oh my God, this is like too much. I'm doing. It is not at all getting over. So this is where God comes. This is exactly where God comes. And that is the difference between a person who is constantly following only this path of process application and a person who says, I am going to become a servant of God and God is going to pull me up. God is going to take me away. So that is why they say, God, please help me from this ocean of birth and death, from this Bhavsagar, right? In our own languages, from this pool of birth and death, from the cycle of birth and death. Please remove me. All this kind of plea that we have in our own songs or in everything that we have is that. So what are we doing? We are saying our whole energy, at least most of the day's energy, we are putting on that God, that ultimate. And in this body consciousness, we have to majorly focus on somebody who has a form, who has a shape, and we can, so that we can connect to that person. If we can't connect to a person who is formless, because when we connect to a person who is formless, the love also will be formless only, and you won't know what kind of see, when we do puja or when we do any of these rituals and we offer some offering to God and all, we are basically treating him more like our friend, a friend that you can trust. Like one example, like one of my friend had got married and all that, and then she had gone to US, and there the husband had some illegal relationships and all that, and then he just abandoned her in US. And at that time, she didn't know where to go. She didn't have money. She didn't have anything with her because she went as a dependent person. And there was not those days. There was not too much of options for them to. There was not no WhatsApp and all that. Very long back story. Then what happened? She somehow got a chance to connect to her friends, her more trusted friends, and the friends helped her. They helped her. They gathered money. They pulled up the money for the flight and all that, and then they brought her back. Husband is now nowhere in sight. So this is what a God is to us. So when, for us to be able to think of God more like a human who we can relate to, we need to connect to him more, no? Where are you putting most of your energy? That is where I said the more you're putting energy into the world, which is constantly changing, which is showing you your own patterns, you will continue to be in that loop. But we need to focus on something that is outside this whole cycle of birth and death and all that. Who is that? God. And that God, he has come in various shapes and forms to the world. Rama, Krishna, Sai Baba, whatever you want to call it. He has come in various forms. Guru Nanak, Jesus, whatever form you want, he has already come to this earth. Why? So that you can actually connect to him, relate to him, where you can put your energy. Even if you have an idol at home, you can relate to that idol more like a person. So if you have a person at home like that, how will you talk to that person? How will you engage your own sense organs with that person? How will you see that person? How will you hear your own talking with that person? You're going to hear your own talking. And then how will your mouth speak to that person? How will your hands engage with that person? Maybe you're offering something to him. Maybe you're like how Mirabai was feeding food to that, or to that idol. You're maybe feeding food to that. Maybe you're cleaning the idol every day. You're offering flowers to that idol. All of these are acts. It's not, don't see them as rules or something. See them more as our elders have given certain examples in which you can connect to God. Because we can only, how can you engage with a formless God? There is probably not too many ideas that we have to engage with a formless God. But there are a lot of ideas that you have to engage with a God with form. Like how you have a physical person in front of you. How do you engage with them on a daily basis? So many ways we can engage. As a friend, as a mother, as a father, as a, let's say, as a child. So many different ways we can engage. We can sing songs to them. We can do so many ways. We can keep talking to them. We can chant something. Something or the other we can do, keep doing, right? We can offer flowers. But what can you do to a God who with no form? So to engage with a God without a form, we need a very, very high and stable ego. A very not even ego, I should say, a stable state, which is not at all getting disturbed like this. It doesn't run away in sadness when situations of sadness comes. It doesn't run away to happiness when happy situations comes. It is in the center all the time. Such a state of mind is ready for a formless God, because it that he has basically moved beyond that wanting to interact. He knows that the very presence of God within me is enough for me to be stable, calm, compassionate, to express the divine qualities. He knows that presence itself is more than enough. I don't need constant engagement, reminder, my energy to be fed. Nobody is distracting me. Anybody is nobody is, no distractions are affecting him. Such a mind is ready for that state where to receive the knowledge of God and all of that. So that state is beyond the state of bhakti. Bhakti means constantly engaging with one form. Like how you love a person. If you love a person, like newly marriage, let's say a person newly married somebody, how they're constantly thinking about that husband or a wife. They're constantly thinking, how do I make nice dishes for them? Or how do I, let's say, what shall I wear today? Maybe that color he might like or she might like, right? Where can I take them? What should I do to them so that they'll be very happy? All of these constant ideas will keep coming, no? So this is where we need to, so this is where we are, where we want to connect to somebody who is constantly stable and all of that, who has all of these divine qualities, and you are like literally adoring that person. And that is the state of God that we have. So when we put all our energy to that state, what will happen is our own belief systems, negative karmas and all that we have, right? Those will automatically start melting. So many of these experiences we may not have. POSCs may not even bring those experiences because we are constantly raising our consciousness, which means we are automatically going from flight mode. In flight, we are getting carried to a higher level. We are not walking and going, right? If you have to go by flight. But there also lots of situations will come where we need to learn, where we need to understand that these are the belief systems. See, even though we are praying to God, even though we are engaging with God, it doesn't change the fact that we should learn something from it. We need to first, the belief system that whatever is within me only is being shown to me is very important. It's not like God is a shortcut or something. God is not a person who is going to take you away from your learnings or your, what you have to learn in your life, what you need to discover within you. He's not going to take you away from that state. Because will we jeopardize our child and say, God, I'm not going to send my child to school at all because he's going to be very uncomfortable there. It's going to be very hot. There won't be any fan in the school, or let's say there is no AC in the school, or they have to walk so many, let's say, so it's going to be very hot or whatever. Their friends are going to tease him. What if he cries? Oh, maths is going to be very tough for him. I'm not even going to send a part. I know how much I struggled in maths. Will we think like this? We never think like this, right? We know, yes, children have to face all those challenges. Only then it will help them to become to basically face their own life in future. We want them to stand on their own feet, no? So which is why God will also not want you to be pampered. If he wants you to face your challenges, he will want you to face your challenges. He will, how do you help your child? You will give them the knowledge. You will tell them this is how life has to be done. This is how you have to handle these issues. And then you will handhold them, and then you will help them learn. You will help them to overcome that situation with their own effort. Like that, God also is going to give you knowledge, and he's going to help you get over that ignorant state that we have. As long as that belief system is like we are protecting that belief system, we are mothering that belief system, we are constantly be in that state, we'll be in that state. So why will God help us? He will give all of the tools to us, situations, POSCs, everybody will be trying to do only one thing, to help you understand that doesn't need our attention. It needs to be let go of. We don't have to protect something like that. We don't have to fear. We don't have to be angry. Anger is going to come out, but you don't have to protect the belief system and run away from it. See, the more we try to resist the flow of life, we are actually going against all the sweeping and mopping. So we need to just allow life to happen. Life, yeah, this is supposed to happen. Everything in our life, everything, whether it is thinking, whether it is experiences, the kind of people that we face, their behaviors, the kind of situations we face, the kind of TV programs that we see, everything, everything is related to us only. Nothing is an accident. It is totally catered and programmed for you only. Whatever you experience is programmed for you only. So you should understand, oh my God, this is the quality of life I'm experiencing because that is a quality I have within me. So just don't worry too much about it. Putting a label on it, maybe I did this, that is why this happened. Maybe this happened, maybe that happened. Trying to look for a reason, don't look for reasons. Don't search for reasons. Don't try to look for reasons. Don't try to analyze the situation. Don't do any such thing. That is also resistance. ಆಮೇಲೆ don't try to label it. I am bad. I'm very incapable. I'm weak. That is why this happened. My legs are weak. I can feel the weakness. That is why I'm having all this pain. All of these are labels. Don't label anything. Just allow, this was supposed to happen. Some cleanup is happening. Yeah, let it happen. Allow. So the process of acceptance means when life happens to you, you should be able to say, it is within me. That life that is within me is being expressed outside me in this mirror. All I have to do is just let it happen. And when you just let it happen, automatically your mind is calm because you know the reason why all this is happening, no? You know, oh yeah, the cleanup is happening. Automatically, all the old steps are now leaving. I just have to allow them to go. So that allowing is called acceptance. Okay, that allowing. English word acceptance means many things. It can, oh, why should I accept the behavior of the other person in front of me? He's abusing me. Should I accept him the way he is? No, all of that, forget about all that. Acceptance means allowing the flow of life to be as is without mentally getting disturbed. As is. It is what it is. And just going with life the way it is. Yesterday you had money. Today you don't have money. Yesterday you had a job. Today you don't have a job. So what? What is constant here? Nothing is constant. Change is the only constant in this life. But wanting the old experiences again and again and again is again a resistance. What will happen is eventually you will end up feeling stressed and anxious about the future, and all you will have is stomach problems. stress, anxiety, acidity, all of those things are anxiety related problems. People who have a lot of anxiety, who don't want to face that future. So that is where acceptance comes. Acceptance means being okay with life the way it flows. So when you'll ask questions about your own life, some things are happening which are disturbing. Then when you'll ask questions, then when we discuss each of those examples that you bring in front of uh, to the class, then when we discuss those examples and then apply acceptance to it, then you will get more clarity. So otherwise, did you understand the process of acceptance? Simply to summarize, triggers will come from inside you or outside you, and then you'll feel bad. Typically, what is inside you was a negative experience. So you have suppressed it. You have suppressed it into a belief system. Anxiety, fear, all of those things are emotions that have been caged inside this prison called belief. Now, when God makes all of these things to escape because it is clogging you, he only made the pose to come in front of you, right? He's only operating from within the pose and he's only coming to clean us. So when he triggered that, what did he do? He burst this cage open. He burst this cage open and now fear is coming out. When the fear comes out, what is our natural reaction if we are ignorant, if we don't know about this class and all of that? We will go back and say, oh my God, I'm feeling fearful. I need to go back and then maybe do something. Typically, when we are in fear, maybe we'll go and chant Hanuman Chalisa, we go do some chanting, and then we do all of these things to avoid fear, to avoid the fear. But we can do Hanuman Chalisa, we can do all of those things, not to avoid fear, but to get the clarity of understanding and to get the understanding how to remove the fear. Bhoot pishach nikat nahi aave means it is not nikat, it is not within you. It has now got released. That attachment to bhoot and pishach has got released. He has made you release. So we need to go connect to God, not to basically run away from our own dirt, to basically face the dirt. To face that, we need to do all these things. So the intention is very important. Action of doing Hanuman Chalisa and all, I'm not at all questioning. I'm saying intention. What was the intention to choose Hanuman Chalisa? Not to run away from all those fear and anxiety and all that, but to basically face them with the understanding that I have a trapped prisoner. It's like imagine that Sita is now trapped inside you. You have trapped Sita in the Ravan. Ravan is that ego that you have, the ego which has now it thought I need to trap Sita because I fear Rama or something like that. Because he killed this, because he did this, I need to inflict harm to them. So something or the other, some belief system will be there. So you have trapped Sita, which is nothing but pure energy into you. See, fear, anxiety, everything is just pure energy. It's just that one is like a pickle. Joy feels like sweet. Anxiety feels like pickle. That's all. Just because it's a pickle doesn't mean you need to go and hate it or something. No, it is just a pickle. It's just another food. So what should you do? You need to think that is, I've trapped Sita Mata inside me. So I need to let it go. Rama has come. Rama, the god, has come with his powerful monkeys, which are POSEs. All the poses are those monkeys that they have come to release Sita from inside the prison. So when he has broken the prison and he has hit the ego, don't we all have ego? The ego is totally hit when triggers happen. Your ego is hurt, no, when the triggers happen, when people disrespect you, when you are in anxiety, when you are in fear. The ego is hit. Ravan is hit, actually. What happens? You need to let go. So Ravan should have done what? He should have let go of Sita. He should have seen that, oh, my belief systems were all old. In front of Rama, this will not work. I am wrong. And he should have let go. But what did he do? He, in fact, fought Rama. He resisted Rama. In the end, what happened? Ego was completely destroyed. And when ego was destroyed, what did Ravan get? Moksha. He got moksha. But people get moksha even when we do, when we are like Vibhishan also, when we are not like Ravan. But see, Ravan got moksha not because he resisted Rama or something, because in the end he surrendered. He understood that I am nobody, I have no control, I have no power. I always thought that I have great, great prisons, I have great warriors with me, I have all these great tools with me. All of that he thought, but they all got extinguished. They all died. From whom? From the same POCs in front of us. See, when people have attained enlightenment, for them also POCs came. For people like us who have not attained enlightenment even now, for us also POCs only are coming. God is now acting through his monkeys only. Those monkeys who are in front of us will basically tamper with our mind. Our mind has now what? Habits, old habits. Ravan has all these old habits, no? Similarly, we act by our own habits, old habits which are created from ignorance. All the patterns that we express, it is called as swabhava, the acquired nature that we have, all of that will be trashed. They say, my teacher used to, a bad day for the ego is a great day for God, is a great day for the soul. So let your ego have a bad day. It's okay. It's okay if you are having a trashy ego trash day where you're literally in sadness and all that. At the time when you apply this knowledge that, oh my God, they have come to clean me up, you'll actually be very happy. And trust me, when you apply the process of acceptance, it goes like this. The issues that you have, no, it just goes like this. Because that energy is like waiting to escape. The energy that we spend in resisting and keeping that prison active is so high, which is why we are so diseased all the time. We don't have enough energy to keep our body clean and all of that because we are so diseased, spending all that energy to resisting that we don't like. So drop all your likes and dislikes, allow life to happen the way it happens. Watch those belief systems, stay with that belief system. When the fear, anxiety, whatever happens, be in that state. Just witness it as if nothing has happened. As if, yeah, so I have gone to the toilet and poop is going out. That's it. And it is old. You just be in acceptance. So this is what is called the process of acceptance. Okay. So process of acceptance is always very important to clean you up. And it is equally important to remember that we cannot do the same process for the whole database that we have. We cannot. It is highly impossible. It is not even in our capacity to basically clean up this whole thing. And we are not cleaning up. Remember, we are only witnessing it. It is going by itself. God is doing all that work. Which means we are when ego takes the back seat and it is just in witness mode, it is called surrender. It has surrendered to a higher power, which is God. When ego is saying, I'll become this, I'll become that, then ego is egoistic. So they say on the path on the path to moksha, there is only place for one person. It can either be God or it can only be ego. And ego cannot go there. Ego is very fat. Ego is very fat because it feeds. It keeps feeding. It's like a fire which will constantly keep feeding on fire wood. Will it end? Will the fire end? Will your ego end? How much ever you give? See, we've eaten, take food only for that matter. Why do we eat food? Constantly we keep desiring some food or the other, no? Take for example, idli or take rasgulla for that matter. Today you ate rasgulla. 5 days later you'll eat rasgulla. 10 years later also you'll eat rasgulla. 15 years later also you eat rasgulla. Every day also you give one rasgulla, you keep eating. If there was no issue of health and this and that, imagine how much of food we would have eaten. We never get satisfied. Ego will never get satisfied. Let's say you somebody hurt you and you are talking back at them. Will you be satisfied after scolding them or saying how bad they are, how wrong they did? Will we be satisfied even after telling all of those things? We'll not be satisfied. We still want to keep talking, keep talking, keep talking, keep telling, keep telling, keep telling. That is the ego. That is the nature of the ego. It feeds a lot. It feeds a lot and it is never satisfied. Even when we eat food, no, stomach is satisfied at some point. You can't eat beyond that. But ego is not like that. Ego is a subtle thing that we have, the nature that we have. It will never stop. And God exactly knows for the kind of fat ego, relatively fat ego that all of us have, what experiences we need to get in our life to basically trash it, to basically make it surrender and fast it. So you need to fast your ego. When we do Ekadashi and all, no, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to fast your ego. You imagine what are the things that you every day do. You fast, let's say you're constantly angry, you're constantly this, that, whatever. See where your ego is engaged. That day you exactly say, I'm not going to stand on the path of my ego today. I am going to just be with God. I'm going to be with God. I'm not going to support my ego. Ego will say, hey, talk back. Yeah, this is the right time, talk back. Or when you're doing puja, it will say, hey, go check WhatsApp. I think some friend has sent you a message. It's important. All this natak ego will do. Even to a spiritually highly spiritual person, also ego is there. There is one story in Mahabharata, in the first thing Khanda or something, it comes. So there is this person called Yayati. He'll be a king, and he'll finish all his life, and then he'll do a lot of tapas, and then he'll go to heaven. Heaven, let's say, is one of the dimensions. Okay, I said when you're on your path to higher, on the path to going higher, there is no end. There is an infinite thing. So let's say at some point he goes to heaven. In the story says he goes to heaven, and then there he'll meet Indradev. And then Indra says, what advice did you give to your children? They'll keep conversing. And then he'll give them a lot, he'll tell them a lot of things, advice, all good advice only he'll give. There's a lot to learn from all those advice. But then he'll ask him one more question. You did all this tapas? No, it was so, you've done great tapas and all that. So do you think anybody else has done a tapas like you? Who else has done a tapas like you? He would have run for some thousands of years. All that. I mean, very, very strict things he would have done in his meditation, that tapas life. So he'll tell, no, 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 nobody has done. For like me, nobody has done tapas. I have done like the most rigorous one, the most very difficult one I have done. No, I don't think anybody has done like me. Immediately he'll be falling down, it seems. From that dimension, he'll see himself falling down. He'll ask, why am I falling down? Why am I falling down? Then he'll say, you just showed the kind of ego that you had. You may have done thousands of years of tapas, but one act of yours that said, I am great, nobody is as great as me, is now making you fall. So then he'll tell, okay, I understand what I've done. He'll be a great knowledgeable person, so he'll understand what has happened to him. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. He'll understand. And what does it mean? It means that he now did not deserve this level of consciousness. He's now dropping to a lower level of consciousness. So then he'll tell Indra, okay, at least please put me in amongst people who are knowledgeable. At least being with them, I will get some, some knowledge or something. So then he will, like some sajjan, he'll call that sajjan. And then he'll find his own daughter's children. And then those daughters' children and all that will eventually, they'll have a conversation and all of that. Eventually, those children will give their life or their merits to him and say, he will keep avoiding. He will say they will offer their merits to him. In fact, they will not even know that this person is a grandfather. But they will offer their merits because they will converse and then they will know that he's such a great person, knowledgeable person, and all that. So they will say, yeah, yeah, you are really great, and I think it's okay. You are falling down from heaven, right? So we will give our merits to you. You go back to heaven. Those days, it may be that those things used to happen, giving, taking, and all that used to happen, I think. So they will say, I will give you the merits and all that over time. Whatever, those conversations will happen. But so what they are saying is, in reality, that the spiritual ego, the ego is always there to establish itself. Me, mine, my, I need to exist. All of that is always going to come. We don't exist. We exist in our children. We exist in our husband. We exist in everything, including our objects. I mean, take for example, let's say somebody took off your kitchen utensils. You have given a kitchen utensils to somebody, to your friend or something. You gave them some sweet or something. Now imagine that they did not give you that vessel back. Is it now not nagging you? Ah, my vessel, I'd given, I'd given, I'd given. They have not given it back at all. This is where ego is trying to constantly protect itself. It wants its identity back. Ego means I am the body, and my body is related, everything is also mine. So this body thinks that vessel is mine, so it wants the vessel back. Until then, it will not stay quiet. It is so simple. Ego is very different. It has multi facets. Its personality itself is very. It has a lot of different varieties of personalities. In each person, that ego is different. But we need to understand what we are, no? Which is why God is trying to show us through our own POSs what is our nature that is already within us. We are self-discovering ourselves in this whole process. Self-realization means realizing who we are. And we have demonic qualities also. Our demonic habits are also with us. And all the divine habits are also there inside us, which we have learned in some past life, even before we came down into this human body. All that is also there within us. Because inside the soul, everything is there. So we are discovering ourselves. So God is the one who showed his Vishwarupa. See, how can one show their Vishwarupa if he himself doesn't know who he is? Right? When Krishna showed the Vishwarupa as at a supreme consciousness state, he knew who he was. Can one show who he is to others unless he knows who he is? Every single thing of his known nature. So God is the one who knows exactly what is inside them fully. So if we have to go to that state of God at some point in our future, or it's already there within us, we just have to remove the layers. Ah, yes, I have apple. I have, okay, yeah, I have dosa within me. I have idli within me. I have bisibalabat within me. It is going to show us everything within us. Yes, I have red color within me. I have blue color also within me. I have green also. Oh yeah, I have black also. I have gray shades of gray also. It is going to show, life is going to show you all the shades that you have within you. And you need to just allow it to happen. When that experience is shown to you, what is actually happening is your attachment to that is leaving. We had attachments to all our past habits, no? That attachment was there, that link was there. And that link was getting acted even in this life when it did not matter. You're not enjoying your life, no? In this life, you're not enjoying. Not so much. Why? Because of the link from the past. Those links from the past is actually bothering you. So what gods want us to do is, hey, you can really enjoy this life. Live this life like as if you're living in heaven. And truly live the life for God. But you are not able to do that because of all of these past links that you have, which you think have to be operated even now, those belief systems. So he's saying, cut off this link, cut off this link, cut off this link, cut off this link. So all you're removing is those attachments to those belief systems. What is the meaning of attachment? You're just allowing it to happen. You don't have botheration. You don't care whether it happens or no. It is just happening. So that is what we are actually allowing. And the more you continue to keep allowing that to happen, by trusting that the universe is actually helping you, then life will actually go on very smoothly. And the less weight that you have of all the prisons that you have, no? So the life will actually improve. I'll give you an example. Let's say there's a lot of negativity happening in your family. People are being diseased, or there's a lot of fights happening in the family, or too much of, uh, let's say, all these financial issues are happening in the family. All of these are happening. But if you put this effort to clean yourself up, like this is the only solution. Because in my reality, I'm seeing all of these things because this is where I am. If I have to go higher to get higher experiences, you see, if you are in Patalam, then demonic experiences only you will have. Because all around you there are demons only, which means in yourself you're experiencing your own demons more in that frequency. So if you are in the higher state, you will express a lot of your own divinity. So what should you do? If you are here and you understand that you are expressing more of your demonic reflections are only coming out, if you go to a higher state by accepting that all these things are within me only, so let me start accepting, let me start, let's say, connecting with God a lot, chanting the shlokas. And when you chant shloka today, one shloka, tomorrow, one shloka, no, chant the same thing every day, like a routine, because discipline is very important. Discipline, consistency, those virtues are very important for you to cultivate. What are you? See, when we are surfacing all our divine qualities, right? When we want our divine qualities to start shining, you need to pick and choose. Oh, yeah, my discipline is a divine quality. Consistency is a divine quality. When it is, when those are the things that you're focusing on, when you're connecting with God or doing the rituals for God, it actually shows. So keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. At least the more you can spend time on all of those things and put your energy in going to the highest state, which is God. Connect to that highest person. Then your energy is being focused there, no? So the more you put your focus there, then your energy is going to flow there. Then there only you are getting created. You will become that. You will become that. You will become that divine over a period of time. It may need a lot of investment, but at least you are putting that systematic investment plan is now there. Someday, 20 years later, we'll get that investment plan. So much, let's say 20 lakhs or something we'll get, no? Something like that. Every single day you invested, every single month you invested in that plan. And then 20 years later, you get 20 lakhs. Along with principal, return, interest, all that you'll get, no? Something like that. So what I'm trying to focus and tell you is cleanup is very important. When life throws situations at you, challenges at you, don't get disturbed. Don't get carried away in the drama. And for you to literally have this knowledge, for you to remember all this at that time, you need to practice. Keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. The more you practice, that skill will start becoming better and better and better. Like I said, consistency, discipline of building a habit has to improve. So keep practicing this acceptance skill and do not forget to have a spiritual routine every single day. Every day, if let's say Narayan is your, let's say, Isht Devata, or let's say Shiva is your Isht Devata, or anybody is your Isht Devata, focus on doing a lot of his work, thinking about him. It's called Chintan. Thinking about him, speaking about him, talking to him, listening about him, hearing his stories, chanting his own shlokas. So the more and more you do either Devis or gods, whatever it is, their form, take whatever form, behind that form is God only. Behind Ganesha is God only. Behind Shiva is God only. Right? In everybody, see that you're connecting to that highest energy of God. He may be looking like that, that's all. He may just look like that. But behind that is that highest energy of God. So focus on doing a lot of that, connecting to a lot of that, lighting a lamp every day at home. Very important. Very important. Some of these daily rituals that our elders have taught us, they are not a waste. Lighting a lamp on a daily basis actually removes many of the, it is a symbol of saying, let the light within me shine. Let the light in this house shine. Agni is actually a significant, it's a very significant energy to remove the negativity around. It burns. Even Christians light a candle. So lots of such things are there, to lighting a lamp, and whatever are the rituals that your parents have taught. If your parents have not taught anything, Google is there. If Google is not there, ask your friends. Lots of friends are there. If you're able to connect to something, do it. Lots of videos are also there. Look for something. Worst case, start listening to something. For example, I keep telling people, hear Vishnu Sahasranama every day. Because for me, Vishnu is the highest. Like for me, he is the highest. For you, whoever is the highest, chant Vishnu Sahasranama every day. For me, I will tell him, whoever asks me, I will tell, chant Vishnu Sahasranama every day. If you are not able to chant, hear every day. If you are not able to hear every day, at least think of hearing every day. If you constantly think, oh, I have to hear every day, I have to hear every day, at least one day you will hear. Because in whatever energies we are there, no, the negative forces within us, if they are very strong, and the divine qualities within us are still weak, we will, the negative only within us will win every single day, every single moment. The negative only will win every single moment, unless we are on the side of our divine qualities. Unless we want the divine to win, unless we go to God and say, please help me, why will he interfere? He's okay with the way life is going on. We need to go. We need to have that intention that our divine qualities have to win every day. Our compassion has to win every day. I have to be I have to be able to accept who I am every day. I should not react to the POSC and say, why did you do this to me? Although whatever happened to me was something that I deserved. POSC came and showed me what was inside me only. But instead, what I did, I went and shouted at him only. So this is what we do on a daily basis. So if I should not be doing that, I need a lot of energy where my divine qualities are higher. And for that, God has to help. You need to put investment in God. So so it's very important that we take the shelter of God and we serve him like a servant. He's within us, no? See, can you imagine your body without God? If you imagine your body without that prana, it is called a dead body. It has left. So if we need that pranic component to flow within us, and that prana itself is basically guiding us. It's our guiding life force, making us think, making us do everything it is doing. Why it is doing many things through us is to basically break the ego and make the ego self-realized by making the ego zero. Ego thinks I am it's a very fat existence today, but the whole agenda of the cosmos for each of us is to make our ego non-existent. Non-existent, absolutely fast the ego to become non-existent someday. And the whole cosmos is basically doing every single thing by getting us experiences, every single thing totally aligned to making our ego zero. That is a whole project. For me, there is a different project. For you, there is a different project. Because you have a different ego. I have a different ego. My ego needs a different set of experiences to become zero. Your ego needs a different set of experiences to become zero. So the cosmos is basically doing all these things. We are absolutely in no control of everything, anything. So at least if you are able to realize that I'm not in control of anything, all I can do is at least be a good servant and allow things to happen. And whatever experiences are happening through you, think that it is happening for God that is within you. I am just a tool for that God that is within me. And when I am only a tool for God, All the outcomes are also enjoyed by God only, no? So you don't have to be too happy about your benefits or anything. Let the benefits be anything, it is God's problem. I'm just going to be happy doing my work. That's it. So our job is to basically enjoy the process of serving God. That's it. Enjoy the process of serving God. The joy is in the journey, not in the destination of outcomes or benefits or something. Don't look at benefits. Don't look at anything. Don't look at, I need to get that, I need to get that. Even when let's say when we are healing from diseases or something, we take some medicines. Why my issue is not even going away? Or let's say you're doing some diet. Why my issue is not going away? Am I doing the right process? Oh, is eating fruits going to heal me? Is drinking juice is going to heal me? What do we even know? We don't know. How do we know the future? None of us know the future. But yeah, does it make you, do you really like eating fruits? Enjoy eating fruits? Do you like drinking juice? Do you feel like does it resonate with you? The belief system that drinking juice and eating fruits and all that will actually make you feel better? Yeah, on a daily basis, when you're doing all that, do you feel good about it on a daily basis? Do you feel lighter? Yeah, keep doing. Who knows the future? Maybe some new experiences are going to come in the way. But today, keep doing. So the journey, the enjoyment is in the process of doing it consistently, diligently, in a surrendered way for God. So we work for God, who is within us. And we are okay with all the outcomes that God gives us. Any experiences will have a certain, we do something and then some outcome is going to come in front of us, right? So doership also, think of God, and benefits that come to you also, think that He's only giving it to us. There also we are an instrument, here also we are an instrument. So input, output, both, we just play an instrumental role, that's all. So when we are based, then what will happen? Then there is no burden, there is nothing, right? We'll be like calm in any situation. So, but it needs to be practiced. So the more you keep practicing the state, it will actually stabilize, because everything needs energy, no? You've never put energy in that kind of quality of living or something. It will not come so easily. So, but your job is to what? Invest in that kind of thing by practicing on a daily basis. Don't expect benefits. Every day I'm practicing, but what? Every day I'm reacting. It's okay. Even if you're reacting, it's okay. Just believe that more investment needs to be done for that. For me to basically become calm and stable in any situation, more investment needs to be done. Maybe some cages are more stronger, some cages are weaker. You'll see results very quickly. For some cages, results will not come very quickly, especially some of the patterns that keep repeating in your life. Watch watch what is your resistance there. Okay, I'll stop here. 15 minutes, we'll maybe talk about some questions or something like that. Any doubts so far?
Yeah, Smita, I have one doubt.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Actually, the same question I am repeating again, but again I have experiencing the
It's
same
okay, you may need
pattern.
to hear more, Pooja, that's okay.
Yeah, I have the same experience pattern with my younger son. Actually, I told earlier also that he's becoming stubborn day by day, and it's the recent experience I'm getting that he's more inclined towards the TV, mobile games, and he's constantly like up and down. He's constantly want to play and he want to be outside. And whenever I say to him, na, ki don't go beyond this time limit, now it's the time to sleep, to rest, or to study, do something else other than these things also, he becomes so much angry, and he thinks that I am his enemy. And he always said ki you are like this only, you never allow me to do these things, that's why I'm not coming to home, and all these things bombardment he is doing all these things. And earlier he used to eat junk, but not so much. And he used to bring the, like, whenever he gets in the parties like maza and chips and all that, he bring to the home and told to me, Mama, I got this. Now you decide how much I will take from this. At that time he was dead, but now he wants the full share of it. If I say no, please don't eat this, you have already eaten, he is not listening to me. And the recent experience I'm getting that I am coming to my mom's house, and there was no one there at my home who used to take care of him so that I can leave him at home. But he was like that, ki, no, I don't want to go. I don't. He becomes so stubborn, ki, I don't want to go. I want to go to my grandparents to Vadodara. Leave the train will halt at Vadodara, so I will get it down. Mama, ma, baba will pick me up. Until at the last moment when the train is going to leave, he was like that. I am not going to go, you are imposing your decision on me, I don't want to. And if me and my husband used to tell him, used to try to make him understand ki beta, no one is there, no, I will remain at home, but he is only just 6.5 year old, and he said, no, I will remain home only, I will remain alone, I will make my food, I will eat fruits, I will all do. But he is not ready to listen. So after all these dramas and we make him understand by lovingly also, by scolding also, but he is not trying to listen to me. So at the last ki we sometimes also spoke bad words to him, ki because we try everything, every sort of things I am trying, but he is not trying to listen. And with the food also I am getting fear, because he is also facing some stomach problem these days. He is complaining of the stomach pain and vomiting, like yesterday also he vomit. And yesterday also make him understand, better don't eat these things and all that. At that moment he said, okay, okay, okay. Next moment again he is doing the same thing. So at that moment, what should I do, and how should I remain calm?
See, when you practice every single time, no Puja, you have an expectation of results that something should go off. Something that I'm expecting within him should happen. But the whole problem is making, wanting some result from them. What you have to do is you have to do your mother's duty. Whatever you think is right, you can do. But you don't have right to expect that certain results will happen. So even if it doesn't happen, just keep doing. We don't know how many years it needs for you to experience these things for that understanding to come within you. And until then, the post will keep doing it. See, you still have resistance. You still want him to change. You want him to be acha bacha, listening to you and all that. But
But
what if
Smita,
your, no, but what if your necessity, your ego's necessity is a person like him with that drama? It is going to keep coming, no? And the more you keep resisting, he will continue to intensify it.
yeah, because these days he becomes so stubborn. The experience I'm getting is so intense that I'm not able to handle it.
See, the more they grow, the situations and issues will become far more intensified because we are not willing to learn. So, what does it mean? It means that you are making your cage stronger and stronger. So, he needs a stronger experience to give you.
But Smita, I have just doubt that if the whole day he wants to just play TV and all that, as a
How old
mother,
is he? 6 years.
yeah.
Even if you give yourself a 1 year project, how much will he spoil? Do you think he will spoil? No, they will not spoil. If you learn, if you clean up yourself, like you make yourself the project and not him, trust me, the turnaround will happen very, very soon. See, in my own life, I see this in with my own children. I the way I work is, yes, I have reacted, I've done all this. But at some point, I have realized that my level of let's say if I am here, I'm going to get these experiences. If that is my level of antakaran, I'm going to keep getting these experiences, which is why that pose is coming and constantly showing me these experiences, no? And I've told the first circle of people will give us some of the worst experiences because we have built the strongest cages within us. So they will have lot to give us. Imagine if they are with you for at least 20 years. 20 years, they are going to give you all of these experiences. Maybe at different cages, they'll give you. Even if one cage breaks, one cage you detach, some other cage will be there, some other cage will be there, some other cage will be there. Those experiences will not go because that is what their contract is for with you. So the job is not for them. They are only a mirror for you. You are not here. See, which parent has thought that I have exactly taught them the way to live, and my son or daughter exactly lived the way I expected them to be, and even till now they are living exactly the way I want them to be. Have you heard anybody telling that? Nobody. So we are not the architects of our children's life. We have to basically learn from all the, they will show us our trash, and then we have to basically accept and understand that. And the sooner we do that, the better. So if he's eating junk, tell him. Yeah, tell him with the hope that he will understand. But then, yeah, if he's not, so drop your expectations. Keep repeating like a tota. Tota will just keep repeating. It doesn't have any expectations. So keep repeating, keep repeating. So when you are a tota in your own head, right? Rather, there is no expectation that he should listen, he should not listen, but I'm going to keep telling. How many hundreds of times you tell also, you will not feel bad. And that energy will be different. When you are a tota, the energy will be different. When like, that is when you're a parrot, the energy will be different. But when you are a parent like, having some expectations, the energy will be different. Because there is resistance. But for a tota, there is no resistance. So when there is no resistance, no, then that movement between two parties, the mirror and you, will basically be different. So do your job like a parrot to tell them what they have to do, but don't have any expectations, because ultimately they will change only when you change. When your cage start melting, you need to follow these principles like your life depends on it. Otherwise, how horrible it is to basically live in that state all the time, all the time, all the time. Children having, let's say, no respect for you, whatever. We don't like those kind of situations. Why? Which is why we come to satsang, find solutions and all that. But then when the solution comes to you, you have to act like this is what God has told me. He has given me one paper like this and say, Buja, you have to follow only this. But for that, we need to drop our expectations, which means kid admits to the hospital also, I'm still going to learn from him, from the experiences he teaches. Kid is eating junk all day, it's okay. I'm still going to learn from the experiences. Because his life doesn't depend on you, on your upbringing or something. You are there only to feed him, only to give him whatever, but then takeaway is only you. You are the student in that relationship. When we are always surrounded by mirrors, we are surrounded by teachers. We are the only student in our life. We are never teaching other people. Have we ever influenced other people? Have we ever given gyan to somebody and others have changed drastically? In my clients also, everybody is not the same. I give the same gyan to everybody, not everybody is the same. Because nobody learns from us. It has to come from within. And that within will happen only when you reflect that, which means in this level of consciousness, let's say if you're, what is your son's name?
Hriday.
Hriday. Let's say if this is the level of consciousness and your ego needs X experience from Hriday, he will keep giving you those triggers. But then you apply all these principles of acceptance, let's say did a lot of chanting and all of those things. We do chanting not for changing them. We do chanting not to remove all the triggers that he gives. We do chanting so that we are in a mindset to basically apply the whatever the satsang has taught us. And to be able to accept that God is giving me these situations so that I learn, I am in acceptance, I am able to not resist all that. So I'm not doing that today, which is why I need chanting so that I'm able to think like that. So then we do all that, no? Then what will happen? Slowly your consciousness will raise. Then the same Hriday is here. A different parallel reality, Hriday is here. But here his consciousness is different. His job here is not to give this experience, but to give you this matching experience. This will be much better than this. Here also he may be eating junk, but here he'll listen to you. No, beta, no, no, it's only this much, only half packet. When you say, he will listen. Here he's not listening, no. So it means your consciousness needs that experience. You can't say no to it. How can you say no to what is already there within you? It's within you. You can only accept it. Running away from it only created those cages. Resisting it only created those cages. Trying to like hide it only created those cages. Now don't protect it. The belief system that my children has to listen to me, they should not eat junk. It's okay, fine. I'm going to make myself the project for the next 1 year. Whatever happens to it, I don't care. I don't care whatever happens to him. I will see him only as a teacher. If he's falling sick, I will serve him like how the teacher fell sick and I'm going to serve him with, let's say, juice or fruits. Whatever teacher, how much you can serve him only as much as he's willing to get served. And that is also based on what your ego needs only. Experiences are always based on how much your ego needs to see, hear, and learn from it. But look at everything from an acceptance point of view. You look at everything from Puja is now going to be the student. I don't care about my family. I am going to only serve my family. What happens to them with their experiences is their headache. God is there now for them. What do you know about their life? What do you know about their future? What do you know about their own soul plan? Nothing. What do you know about your own soul plan? Nothing. When you are only not in control of your life, it's like a person who is blind trying to help other blind people. Yeah, in reality, it's possible. Braille and all of that they're doing in real life. I'm just saying. Ignorant trying to protect the other ignorant people. Is that even possible? No, not possible. We have to save ourselves, which is why we are surrounded by mirrors. An enlightened person is not surrounded by mirrors. After they understood, they have self-realized and all that, they are not surrounded by mirrors. They see people as they are. Maybe at that level also there are some different kind of mirrors, but I don't know. They will see whatever, but at least from my reality, I understand like that. You will only be seeing yourself, Puja. You will never see other people. And he may not even be like that in his reality. Puja may be a different mother to him. He may be seeing a different kind of person in his reality. But for you, you need to be only focused on yourself. The more you ignore yourself, you are actually kicking yourself and saying, no, I don't want anything about self. It's just waste of life that, no, that's all. So which is why the experiences becomes more and more and more intense, because that is necessary for now, for you to basically focus on yourself. Forget about what happens in their life. Think that I know God within me knows that I want the best of their health. I want the best of the experiences for them. They have to lead a very good life. I know about all this. God also within me knows about all that. How that will come, I don't know. How that character building will happen, I don't know. I don't have the solution for that. And the path that I am trying to go to fix them via that my belief system is probably faulty. They may not even need that experience from me, which means that is not the path that they need. The path that I am choosing for them may not even be the path. But you know what is a destination, no? Well-being, good character. But just think that that is the final destination when you become clean, when you connect to God. So focus only on yourself. Don't care about other people. Think of them only as messengers. Don't worry about them. That is a fear that they are showing within you. That's all. Our worry is our ego. Our fear is our ego. So literally we are babies who need to, God is like literally taking care of us. And which is why we are not in a position to take care of other people. We are not at that level, which is why jnanis are very different. We are in body consciousness. We are not in a position to take care of other people's lives. They are there in our life so that we can serve them and in turn do karma yoga, service and bhakti towards God. That's all. And God, we have to do bhakti while serving God in this body. This body is basically there only to serve God and clean up our karma. That's all. The baggage can only be removed through a body, which is why we take a body and come here. And it doesn't mean that the body is bad. The body is very good, provided we let go of all the old experiences, old belief systems. With the current belief systems, we can enjoy life like heaven. In the next life, maybe this belief system will probably be old. But until this life is there, if we have to enjoy this life the way it is, then we need to be able to apply all these principles like my life is the priority, my cleanup is the priority, which is why moksha should be our goal and not children. Children is not our goal. Children is only coming here like a teacher. If you are, see, if your focus is moksha and if your focus is your own cleanup and your own learning and your own sadhana, I mean, when I say your own sadhana doesn't mean that you're going away from your duty and then sitting in front of God. No, that meditating on God means in all your duties you're doing working for God. That is meditation. In body consciousness, there is nothing like sitting and doing something for God. In service, we are thinking about God. In our work, we see God. That is meditation as far as body consciousness is concerned. And yes, chanting, all of that can be done through the work. If you have time to sit and do, sit and do. If you don't have time to sit and do, stand, work in your daily work, and then you keep doing. But God should be in the center of your life. And you are the focus of your life. Nobody else. Your children are only your messengers. And what happens to them is your fear, that is basically. Forget about anything. Even if stomach pain happens, hospital happens, this happens, that happens, refuse to give in to your ego and say, no, yeah, you have all of these imaginations, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let that happen. It's okay. Yeah, that's meant to happen. Let that happen. It's okay. I'll be there. I'll be there. I can serve them. I can do anything for them. I will be there for them. That's enough. So it's okay to allow people to go through the life that they want because you have to learn from it. That is why those experiences are coming to you. Don't resist anything. Focus on yourself. Allow, don't react.
Yes, Smita. Thank you,
This
Smita.
season 4, you need to apply. And puja
Yeah,
is the only focus. No children, no husband, nobody. Everybody is just, see, which is why I said people who condemn you, people who hurt you, people who do all of these, who give you all of these triggers, should be there in your life. Not people who can constantly keep pleasing you, give you good experiences, appreciate you. What are we learning from them? Nothing. It is just boosting our ego. It is making our ego even more fat. Ah, you see, in my life, everything is good, all rosy experiences. What do we do from that? We will continue to keep having our ego fat. That's it. No need. We are here to work. We can be great slaves, great, what do you say, sadhak for God. I am going to become his best disciple. I am going to do everything for him. That should be the way we need to think now. In everything, God is my goal. I'm going to do everything for him because he's the one who's operating within me. I have nothing in my control. Even when I think I am talking to you, oh, I made that person change. No, I am not changing. Let's say, oh yeah, they drank juices and all that, they are healing. No, I didn't change. Yeah, my belief system was juices and all that. Yeah, their belief system probably resonated with that. But what actually is changing them is their discipline, their consistency. They also matched with whatever I was telling. So they followed it and it's working for them. That's all. We think, yeah, I told all this. That's why they did all that. There is nothing like that. It is just ego thinking I am doing everything. That's all. No, we are not doing anything. Just that one and one came together. And see, because on earth, the way things should happen is magic cannot happen. It cannot be look magic. It has to be, this person told this person, then this person followed something, and then that something happened. There is a logic. So logical things happen here. And it is made to look like that. That is God's Leela. So when you look at all the Leelas in God's life, in many Mahabharata and Ramayana and all that, so many such connections, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, this happened, and then God's Leela happened. So see, that is the way God works. He thinks he if we think that yeah, we did everything, yeah, that is our ignorance, which is still needing a stick. That's all. So focus on yourself. Season 4, you need to change.
Yeah,
Change
Chitra,
means
thank
no. Change means you need to be able to apply the principles.
you.
We are not
Thank you.
changing, okay? We are just trying to remove our attachment or detach from the old belief systems, which the POSEs are coming and showing us. That's all.
Thank
Okay?
you, Chitra. Okay.
Okay. Please share your takeaways, because the more you share, even if you have to see these recordings and then again share your understanding, it will become stronger in your head. Some of these concepts, no, they are new to many of us. We need to keep thinking about it. We need to keep introspecting about it. Only then it actually becomes stronger and stronger within you. Then application of that whenever you need will actually become better. So share your takeaways. Don't hesitate. Don't shy away from that. I'm not learning from that. It is for your own good. Of course, if you write some point which I also have to learn, yeah, that may be something. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, take care. Be blessed. Thank you, God, Supreme God. Thank you to all the masters. Thank you to the Holy Spirit's angels. Thank you for everybody. Thank you. Thank you.